I read this quote the other day, and I can't find who said it, so it might be just one of those made up ones, but I think it's true. Leadership isn't tested when it's easy. It's revealed when it isn't. So leadership isn't tested when it's easy. It's revealed when it isn't. And as I say, I don't know where that's from, but I really agree with it. And why? Because when everything is clear, calm, agreed, most people can look like a leader. But that's not where it counts, I don't think, anyway. Where it really counts is when leadership shows up in moments where something needs to be said and nobody's saying it, right? Or a decision needs to be made, but everybody's like not making it. Or, I don't know, the tone of the room is drifting, but nobody's taking responsibility for it. And I work a lot with the Leadership Circle. It's an amazing organization. And they work with teams and leaders to help them become more aware, more intentional, and more effective in how they lead. And one of their central tenets is that effective leaders have both courageous authenticity, so not just authenticity, but courageous authenticity. And the second thing is integrity. And both of those, they're not necessarily just existing internally, but both of those things, courageous authenticity and integrity, show up to others. So what does that mean? Well, I think it's like, put simply, in when things are being tested, leaders go first. They lead. They don't just manage the status quo. They lead the way or go first. So what does that mean? They speak when it would be easier to stay quiet. They name what others are skirting around. Leadership Circle put it as they bringing up the undiscussables, tabling that. So, taking a position before there's consensus, and not really just to dominate. They're not going first just to dominate or to be right, but to create movement. You go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. Well, yeah, I'm going to go first. I'm leading. And I think the danger of not doing that, the absence of leadership, or if there's an absence of leadership, other things take over, don't they? Hesitation, politics, lowest common denominator thinking, and I think, that herd mentality can form very quickly, can't it? Not because people lack intelligence, but because they're watching what others do. And maybe that's coming probably from a place of not feeling safe or not wanting to step out the line. But I don't think that is leadership, So waiting for somebody else to take the direction, waiting for somebody else to make it safe, to be honest, or to raise a point of view, that's not leadership. Waiting for somebody else to go first, well, I don't think that's leadership. Yeah. So I don't think, as a leader, you have to have all the answers. You can't possibly in this day and age, can you? You cannot possibly have all the answers. But I do think that leaders, it is about creating clarity when there isn't any yet. It's not avoiding tension. It's kind of like making it a generative tension. That's acknowledging the tension, but being invested in the best possible outcome coming to light. That's like an Otto Scharmer thing. So I think, leadership is courageous authenticity, integrity, not following the mood in the group, but kind of shaping it. So there's lots of leadership issues going on at the moment, aren't there? Lots of things, lots of things going on, right? So I guess, what does it mean for you? So a simple question. I offer you a simple question to sit with. When it matters, do you go first or do you wait to see where the room lands? Yeah. When it matters, and when it matters, the word matters, it's very personal. What matters to you? You know, when it matters, do you go first or do you wait to see where the room lands? So I'll go back to that first quote. You know, I don't think leadership is tested when it's easy. It's revealed when it isn't. Let me know your thoughts. Take care.